You call yourself a car enthusiast. You've got the Instagram saves, the dream list, the builds you follow, maybe even a cool car in the garage yourself. But are you really into cars, or are you into being seen in one? Let's talk about it, because what we used to call car culture is starting to feel more like a show, louder, trendier, but missing something real. Chapter 1, the car you think you want. We've all done it. Bought something just because of how we imagined it would look. That loud exhaust, the flashy wrap, the car that pops on TikTok. You buy it thinking it'll make you feel something, but mostly, you're hoping other people will. The question is, what car would you want if no one else ever saw you in it? No car meets, no social media, just you, a road, and that car. Would it still be slammed, still wide body, still that color? Or would it be something unusual, old, uncool? Something that just makes you feel good inside for reasons you can't explain? True enthusiasm doesn't need an audience. It needs curiosity, obsession, a weird, nerdy joy about the little things, like that satisfying click the indicator makes, or the little vibration in the pedal when the tires start to lose grip. You don't have to know everything, but you do have to feel something. Because the car you think you want is often the one you think they want. But the car you truly love, that's the one you drive when no one's watching. Chapter 2. The identity crisis. Let's be honest, most people don't buy a car based on how it drives. They buy based on how it looks, what it says, how it reflects back on them. Not just how others see them, but how they want to see themselves. Fast car, confident. Rare car, unique. Expensive car, successful. Ask yourself this, would you still want that car if no one else knew you had it? If it never got a second look? Never gained a like? Would it still matter to you? Because a lot of us chase the car that fits the identity we think we're supposed to have. Something that makes the story cleaner. The cool guy, the hustler, the collector. But here's the truth. Identity isn't built by the car. It's built by what you do with it. Anyone can buy something impressive, but do you love it enough to keep learning it, refining it, taking care of it even when the likes stop coming in? If not, that's okay. Maybe you're not a car enthusiast yet. Maybe you just haven't had that moment, the one that breaks through all the noise, the night drive, the corner that makes you gasp, the first time a car really talked to you. Because once that happens, you stop seeing cars as mirrors and start seeing them as something else entirely. Chapter 3, the influence trap. It always starts with admiration. You see the builds, the reels, the rolling shots on the highway, a big sticker displaying a cool name covering half of the windshield. And you think, I want that. Not just the car, but the identity, the image, the feeling of being part of something cool. So you start copying. The wheels, the mods, the lighting, even the hashtags. And without realizing it, you stop asking what you actually want. That's the trap. You start calling your build inspired by, when really it's just borrowed. You go to meets, but feel like you're cosplaying. You say OEM plus, like it's a personality trait. You chase influence, but lose instinct. And the worst part? Most of the people you're trying to impress are doing the exact same thing. You don't really love the car. You love what it says about you. You love what people say about it. But that love is shallow, and it fades. You start second-guessing your build, worrying about resale, choosing safe mods over fun ones, avoiding scratches instead of chasing corners. And eventually, you stop driving for yourself. But here's the truth. Car culture isn't supposed to be curated. It's supposed to be messy, awkward, obsessive, full of weird choices and passionate mistakes. The people who love cars the most don't need you to understand their build. They need their car to understand them. They don't care if it fits the algorithm. They don't build for applause. They build for connection. To them, influence doesn't matter, because the car does. Chapter 4. The moment you start to care. So how do you know if you're really into cars? It starts small. You catch yourself noticing things no one else talks about. The way the steering tightens mid-corner. The way the intake growls when you step on it. The feel of a perfect downshift when everything just clicks. You care more about tires than wheels. You get excited when someone talks about gear ratios. You learn that a bad alignment can ruin everything. You fall down rabbit holes. Stay up too late watching someone rebuild a transmission for a car you've never heard of. You start saying things like turn-in, weight transfer, and limited slip. You don't just look at the car anymore. You listen. You hear the way the engine smooths out just past 4,000 RPM, the satisfying click from your gated shifter, the way the tires squeak when you're chasing the limits. And then it hits you. This isn't about performance numbers. It's about emotion, balance, rhythm. You start describing cars like they're people. Angry, playful, honest. That's when you know. You're not chasing status. You're chasing connection. And it feels great. Chapter 5. The Shift Inside. You used to take forever filling up gas, not because of the line or the payment machine, but because you were trying to get the perfect angle of the car under that moody gas station light so it would hit on Instagram. Now, you pull in, fill up, and go. Because the road's calling. Because you're in the middle of something that matters more than any post. You used to detail the car obsessively before every meet, polishing the wheels, rubbing tire shine all over the tires, wiping the windshield twice just in case. Now, if there's dirt on it, that's just proof you've been using it. Proof of the miles, of the fun, of the life. You used to care if your exhaust echoed just right through a tunnel so you could film it. Now, it's not about the recording, it's about the feeling in your chest. You used to pull over to check how the car looked in a reflection. Now, you keep driving because you finally feel how you fit in the car, not how the car fits in a photo. You used to feel like the car was a costume, something to dress up in and perform. Now, it feels like a friend, familiar, flawed, but always down for whatever's next. There's a shift that happens, quietly, without announcement. One day, the car stops being about what it shows the world and starts being about what it gives to you. Not just fun or excitement, but peace, presence, true identity. It doesn't matter if it's clean or loud or rare. What matters is that it's yours, that it's lived in, that it has stories now, and so do you. And the next time someone asks why you still love that old thing, you just smile, because they wouldn't understand. But the car would. Chapter 6. Evolution is the point. Maybe you started with stance builds, or loud muscle cars, or some JDM stuff you don't even like anymore. That's good, because it means you're evolving. Enthusiasm isn't about arriving. It's about discovering, reconsidering, falling in love with something you didn't understand last year. You don't have to know everything. You just have to care. The more you learn, the more you fall in love with weird cars you never noticed before. A base model hatchback with great steering. A slow coupe that just feels right. You stop judging. You start listening. You begin to understand that behind every strange car choice is a person with a story and maybe a lesson. Real enthusiasts aren't loyal to types. They're loyal to feelings. And those feelings get sharper the more you drive, the more you wrench, the more you pay attention. You start recommending gas stations with ethanol-free pumps. You give unsolicited tire advice. You care more about fluid temperatures than paint swirls. You don't look down on someone with a base-spec Econobox. You look for what they see in it. You're curious. You start noticing the differences between engines that sound the same. You can tell if someone's driving their car or just along for the ride. You realize this whole thing isn't about taste. It's about connection. So don't let anyone tell you you're not a real car person because your car isn't this or that. The only thing that matters is how much you actually care. And the longer you're in it, the more you'll realize the car you started with isn't the one that defines you. It's the one that changed you.